My thought on mobile multiplayer games is like they are going to become largely the norm. We already are excited by the ability of being able to play from anywhere at any time with your device. The fact that you can now do cross-play and the fact that we always think games as like social and multiplayer experiences will drive the importance of mobile multiplayer even more.
It's a trend that has been improving and getting more speed through the years. It helps quite a lot in the retention of the game, that being part of a community, being part of a guild, being part of a clan is something that we are going to keep seeing during the forthcoming years, and also something that we have to have in mind when we are developing and see how we can include multiplayer parts, multiplayer competition, cooperative ones in our game.
In 2003, I wrote an article for game publication about upcoming multiplayer games for mobile phones and persistent worlds. And I was convinced that it was just around the corner. The early 2020s, we are actually in a situation where a lot of the phones that people walk around with is powerful enough to support really, really great games. And we've seen some of them coming out of China, for instance. It is like a full-on PC console game, but on your mobile phone. And they have really large followings. So I think it's something that's going to continue to grow. The mobile phone is such a spectacular thing because you have it with you all the time. You have a lot of opportunities to kind of log in and play. And we're getting to a point where networks are really supporting low latency. You can kind of rely on them a little bit. So even if you are in a fight that is important to you, you are likely not to be just thrown out and lose your progress. So I think we'll see a lot more of that going forward. I'm excited myself as a player.
It's important to offer like persistence feature in games and virtual world because you actually want to resume the gameplay where you actually left it off. You want to feel like this is something that keep living on even without you actively playing and give you a reason to want to come back to discover what has changed since I came back. What have all the players done in my absence and so on.
It's really about how we can tie the actual gameplay to the actual physical world. So for us, the persistence is really important because we want all players anywhere in the world, when they go to a particular location, to experience the same thing as others.
Persistence is a very interesting component of multiplayer games. Since we're seeing a rise in those due to the desire to engage our player base more and more, persistence goes a long way into doing that. You can come back and feel like you made an impact in the world you're playing in, and for everyone to see and for you to find once you log back in.
The advice I'd give to any studio who's trying to do mobile multiplayer is really think about how does it bring people together? How does it start creating the sense of community? Because at the end of the day, multiplayer is about bringing the players together, having them connect, because that's just going to be good for the retention in your game long term.